I'm the masked man. What the fuck was this shit? Um, I don't know if this battle, this 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 battle was intended to be a joke. I don't know if this. I wasn't in on the joke. You know, I have never heard of nor have I seen the gentleman by the name of Little G. I've never heard of him or seen him before. But can somebody let me know, is Little G retarded? Like what is what is the deal with him? Is he like a white 50 Tyson or white Welvin? Like why, what was the purpose of this battle? Was were they supposed to battle on April Fool's Day and it got postponed, so they figured that they would do it again around Christmas time? This was this this was a battle that was like, it was almost disturbing. It was almost cringe worthy, because Dizaster, if anybody is familiar with him, he's very inconsistent with his performance. He's very inconsistent with how he writes, how he prepares. He's very inconsistent with his delivery. He has, he has a very poor, you know, way of continuously flowing throughout a battle. And it's clearly not something that he works on or tries to improve, or maybe he's just incapable of rhyming without stumbling and fumbling over his words, and he tries to cover that up with aggression. But this battle was, it seemed like a joke. This guy, he had like some kind of physical disability. It'd be one thing if the guy just looked like he looked. If he just was funny looking, a midget, with a big ass head, and he was nice. And if he was dope, that would be one thing. If he looked crazy but he could really rhyme and he really had skills, that would make it interesting, because I remember there was this comic back in the day, a black comic who did well, actually I can think of two. I can think of a white one and a black one. The white one I can't quite recall, but there was a black comic that had cerebral palsy. He walked funny. They had to help him, to get to the mic. But when he got on the mic, he was funny as hell. He made fun of his disability. He would he his The way that he spoke and the way that he talked, it was obviously afflicted, by his condition, but he still found a way to make it work for him, to make it all be a part of an overall presentation. And it was hilarity. It was the epitome of somebody, taking a negative and turning it into an advantage. This rapper Little G did 3 rounds of dick bragging. 3 rounds of him lying on his dick. That was pretty much the crux of his 3 rounds. And apparently this guy has been around for some time, because that was all of Dizaster's rounds, because apparently he wrote for what this guy usually does, which I guess is talk about his dick. So he did 3 rounds also talking about the guy's dick. So it just made for an overall, it was a shitty battle. It's like it's like this is what I'm talking about. This type of shit is what I'm talking about. This is why you need standards in battle rap. There needs to be a standard. It's like, I'm sure, that guy, is well enough. I mean, is a nice enough guy, is a nice enough person. Um, I mean, he may be an evil, retarded midget. I don't know, but I'm sure he's whatever. But this idea that, you got to give everybody a shot, you got to be all inclusive. It's like, this guy's not good enough to rhyme. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to be on a featured battle for one of the biggest, most respected leagues in battle rap. It's like, as far as respectability, you got Smack and you got King of the Dot, and then there's everybody else. So if they got this, half, if they got this guy, battling, who is obviously disabled or obviously has some kind of, you know, deficiency, and they're having him battle, you know, it's it's exploitive. It's exploitive. It's taking advantage. It's cheap. It's a cheap view. And I don't mind. You know, it would have been better. I would have liked it more and respected it more if Dizaster took the battle serious. If Dizaster gave it 100% and said the most evil, like, I would have liked it if Dizaster would have played the role of Arsenal versus Shoddy Horror, just with a disabled, retarded midget. Half, like, I don't think that he actually is retarded, but there's obviously something wrong with him. So like, if this nigga could just really go, if he would have just really went the fuck in and just gave all the retard jokes. He did a little bit of it, but just gave the retard jokes and just did straight bars and wrapped circles around him and took angles and just really buried him in work, I would have respected it more. But the way that I looked at that battle, I was like, everybody lost. Little G lost, Dizaster lost, the fans lost. Only person who won is, me, for having something to fucking talk about. But it wasn't entertaining. It wasn't funny. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that those type of battles shouldn't be done. I'm not saying that Little G shouldn't be able to battle. He just shouldn't be able to battle in some big deal. It's like, there should be some place, that just does a bunch of gimmicky bullshit to get views, and they should be ridiculed by the places where they have true MCs. Let them do that janky bullshit and people can watch it as a guilty pleasure. But the guilty pleasure battle shouldn't be on one of the two most prominent leagues. That's really the only problem I have with it. And I don't know. I don't know if this guy, has Down syndrome, or I don't know what his affliction is. He may be autistic, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. Like, dislike. Be honest. I tried to keep the times I said retard to a minimum. I really did. I know people are offended by that word. But it was a legitimate medical term. Before people began to be so offended by it. When you address people as a retard. I don't know what the actual thing they're using today. Mentally challenged. What I don't know what bullshit they're using, but yeah, I don't know. But like the video, dislike the video, be honest, subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it more If you was an active viewer than an actual subscriber, you can subscribe or not subscribe. It doesn't matter. I'm not subscribed to everybody that I watch, but be a viewer and be an active commenter, and send me stuff. Send me things to talk about. Send me interesting, news items. Send me songs that you like. Send me whatever. Send me something to be interested in. You can email me at themrmaskman@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at themrmaskman, and you can find me on Facebook at themrmaskman. That is all I have to say about this subject. I hope I wasn't too mean. So I will see you in the next video.